Hello everyone, Pioneer and Apple here, back with the next 2 episodes of Hazbin Hotel, Season 2, Episodes 5 and 6. Now last time we had some great and some annoyances. Charlie is going through her arc of faith through naivety, leading to some good comedy and some stay away from me comedy. The V's are being built up nice and Alistair has been captured. Now while half of Episode 3 was annoying last time, this go around we have a few more problems through half an episode. The writing, punishing and nerfing Vox as a villain by making him cheaper, and once again we get the once a season darken the tone out of nowhere so we can abuse Angel more. Just like last season, where episode 4 was far darker in tone than the rest of the season to give us a truthful portrayal of how disgusting the things Angel goes through are. But at this point, not only is what happens bad in writing, but weakens characters, not power level wise, but as characters. Just so whoever is on the team that has the non-consent fetish can edge to it. Could you tell that I despise the end of episode 6?
What the fuck is this?
Let's get into the better episode overall, episode 5. Episode 5 kicks right off with a song, Bad With Us, an ensemble song with the Overlords, and somehow feeling like the perfect mid-season tune, but a solid B. It's great comedically, but entails Vox recruiting the other Overlords, the major holdouts being Rosie, who we don't see, and Camilla and Zestiel. Now this is neat and all, and it shows how Vox is growing in power, but out of the Overlords that play majorly, Camilla is the only one we really care about. Sure, the others all sing well and have interesting designs, but I don't know most of their names, and they don't actually do anything these 2 episodes. This season needed to be longer so I could actually get the time to give a shit, or learn anything about these Overlord characters. Maestro is the only one I know the name of, and that's because Vox sings his name, and I only just heard it, though I do always get a kick out of the Camilla clip.
Are you serious? Yeah, okay.
Charlie is working herself ragged trying to signal heaven, not really working, but Vaggie is once again pushed to the side while trying to offer assistance, and honestly, just wanting some sugar. She has been ready to go to Pound Town for at least the last 2 episodes, since Charlie has been preoccupied doing nothing that ever works, and ignoring constructive criticism once again annoying, but a decently done character arc culminating next episode. Angel is off, Baxter observing him closely, and as soon as this scene played, I knew the leaks were correct, that the payoff in next episode was going to be cheap as fuck. And looky-loo, more on that later. Vaggie goes to Lucifer while Huss gets some comedy, and she wants him to go out and smite Vox for fucking with Charlie. And Lucifer reveals that he can't actually touch sinners. Now I don't like this idea in general. I think while the punishment of being helpless in hell is interesting, it doesn't fit well with this world. Since he is the king of hell, he has very powerful friends he could call on if the Hell of a Boss fans I've talked to are any indication, since I haven't seen that show's 2nd season, so I recall fuck all about the bird people and the sins, but it also means that as Queen of Hell, Lilith was at the top making Hell a matriarchal monarchy, and we just haven't had enough world building in Hell's politics and the absentee woman to make this fit. Conversely, as a plot device it does work well, nerfing the most powerful character, so we don't retread the Adam fight. That would feel like a cop-out, and although Charlie should be shown as to be more powerful than we know her to be, certainly enough to kick Vox's ass, although not displayed perfectly, it makes sense in her character with her optimism and positivity, she would be the last one to start a fight, meaning she isn't battle-trained, justifying her not wiping people off the map immediately. Vaggie wants Lucifer to intimidate Vox anyway, him agreeing after some comparing to Alistair. And back in heaven, Penchus, Emily and Abel manage to get Sarah and Lute to go, with the other high-up angels to apologize in hell. It's never going to work, but their naivety is super endearing. And I like Sarah's opinion, wanting to apologize and rectify, but too wallowing in her own guilt, she refuses to act properly. Charlie is slow to realize that the angels are real, but when she does, she gets them to head to V-Tower to prove her theories correct. Just at the same time, Vox is planning a full song and dance rally, and funnily enough, one of the later songs is Vox Day. So when Val talks about one of the dancers being uglier for diversity's sake, I just imagine it was Vox DEI.
And they're 10s, plus 1 8 for diversity. Goodness. I'm the old Norm.
That also a nice detail in the preceding song Vox Populi, as Vox does kind of shit on and toss around the supposedly uglier dancer. Major dick move. Alistair is still rolling around, easily manipulating the V's, the wedge between Vox and them growing deeper thanks to the radio demon's prodding. Val pretty unimpressed with the TV man hogging the spotlight. The public seem to be loving Vox, and this episode does well to show us why Vox is such an interesting and dangerous villain. Until next episode, there's hints but no actual hypnotic bullshit. So for now, his skills in manipulating the masses with words and disinformation alone is incredibly intimidating. He doesn't even need to be physically powerful when he can manipulate people into doing what he wants. Lucifer comes down to teach him a lesson starting the first half of Vox Populi, and there is a lot of good stuff in both halves. Lucifer's part hype as hell, haha, hell, get it? And Vox is entertaining. This and the next song are animated really well. This episode in general, having great shots and use of depth / spinning sequences. But while both parts of the musical number are good, they don't really gel. And the lull in the middle is very unimpressive. So while good as a scene, as a musical number, it's a little all over the place. So while I enjoy most of it, I'll have to put it as a B rank. Another victim of the Vox talk singing curse. The angels arrive.
Oh my god! They're here to silence me!
And feeding into Vox's message, he rightfully tells them gift baskets and Sarah's half-hearted apologies are nowhere near enough to make up for them committing multiple genocide attempts. But also, look at poor Emily's face. Fuck this TV dickhead. Everyone is still supporting Vox's plan and Sarah makes everything worse, losing her shit. And as Vox slides into his next song, they decide to just fuck off. Good job. The final song of the episode is Vox Day. A solid A rank, amazing animation, a very good call to action song, and with a singular and well-flowing identity unlike Vox Populi. Back at the hotel, most of the guests leave, and when Charlie returns, she starts raging at both Lucifer for making everything worse, and Vaggie for going behind her back. And yes, she is being an idiot and very unpleasant, but this fight is a lot better of a character arc than last season's generic liar reveal. It's confronting real character flaws. Charlie's need to please and how her sensitivity and naivety is allowing Vox to get to her instead of actually taking smart actions against their attackers. Putting the responsibility of the hotel on Vaggie and throwing Lucifer out instead of admitting her harebrained schemes were all half-cocked and idiotic. So I get not liking Charlie this season as the episode ends with her once again unable to contact Lilith, but to say something like this is poorly done or out of character is in the first case, at worst, decently done, and in the second case, a very disingenuous argument comparing to the Charlie we've seen. Overall, the episode was very good, believable character arcs, good musical moments, and excellent moments of animation. A good episode of build-up to the second half of the season towards the finale. Finally, for today, we have episode 6, starting where we left off with the main cast. But Vox has finally gotten Camilla on board to build his superweapon. Her, of course, willing to back what she sees as the winning side to keep her daughters safe. But with the looks they give Vox, neither they nor Zestiel seem to agree with her. Zestiel specifically making sure she knows so as he leaves her, promising to wait until she realizes she made the wrong choice. How come this guy basically only gets very minimal character once a season? Give me some more Zestiel. Fuck, it's more than just Zestiel's appearances, but to flesh out this world, its rules and the sidecast sufficiently, we need a minimum of 10 to 12 episodes per season. Velva gets to be cute as Vox forces her to apologize, and is very real when Vox abandons her after the meeting, something he does a few times this episode.
Fucking motherfucker!
Vaggie is single-handedly running the hotel and getting the news of Camilla doing work for Vox. Both Vaggie and Charlie decide to talk to Camilla on their own together. Yep, it's kind of insufferable, and even Husk agrees with me as he can't deal with the drama anymore, and torn up that means leaving Angel, while Nifty and Baxter hang out cutely in the background. I love the cuteness these two get this episode. But as I was saying, once again, the Charlie and Vaggie arcs are annoying, but a lot better than a third act breakup liar reveal that lasts for 1 one episode. Sure, in this episode, just like last season, they come back together basically after one episode, but here, actually feeling like something we built up to and explored instead of instant breakup and instant forgiveness. Vox is now full on using Lilith's name in vain, so Nifty is left in charge of the hotel as they leave for Camilla's. No way that ends well. Husk is off indulging in his old vices, gambling and drinking, along with a cameo from Smiling Friends' own Charlie.
Oh my fucking god, that was my fucking hell mortgage on my hell house! Fuck!
And we get the first song of the episode, Love in a Bottle. An easy A, almost S tier, as Husk loses a winning streak and drowns his sorrows in the bottom of a bottle. But the visuals are fun, vocals are great, it's Keith David, so what do you expect? And the lyrics are both clever and meaningful, very well done. Camilla meets with the gays, but very easily rebukes the both of them while blaming Charlie and giving Vaggie PTSD flashbacks to her time in heaven. Okay girl, calm down. First you depressed my boy Zestiel, and now you're being homophobic. Calm the fuck down. Back at the bar, Husk is wasted and is surprised by a sudden drag queen.
Angel!
As Angel gets his Jessica Rabbit moment, giving us our second song of the episode, Losin' Streak. And it's not one that I listen to or that I'm particularly enamored by, and I wish it was longer, but for the vocals alone, I'm giving it an A. Blake Roman crushes it out there. But after that, and Husk having some healthy gay panic, we come back to the V's. Vox wanting to take Angel off Val's hands for a new plan of his, trying to get Charlie to kill herself. Pretty sure that would go against his deal with Alistair, but sure. Val is hesitant and pretty much just done with Vox's shit, especially when Vox tries to use sex to lure Val in, and then tries to hypnotize him into doing his bidding. Val walking away, but later submitting to his demands anyway. Oh, poor Val. Val the sexual predator. Yet, somehow, Vox is worse.
Anyone else got shit to say? I'm from fucking Florida! Ow!
The best part of the scene with the V's is Velvet, like usual, revealing not only was she there the whole time and also pissed with Vox, but she's been hanging out with Alistair, who only infuriates Vox more, and I'm not gonna lie, maybe if they can fit it in next season, I'd love to see more Velvet and Alistair. Their snarks really line up, but I'm pretty sure it won't happen. Having come back to the hotel, Vaggie is somehow surprised to find Nifty and Baxter making bug bans instead of keeping the hotel running. But in better news, Charlie tries to reconcile with Vaggie, admitting she was wrong and that she needs Vaggie with her to do things better. And what's better than making up? Make up sex. Finally, Vaggie completes one of her two character arcs, one being her name, and this one wanting to get laid. This is communicated through the last song of the episode, Easy, and it's going in S. It's catchy, both vocal performances are great, the choreography and animation are stellar, and I'm not afraid to say Vaggie's thickness, much like with most people, did a number on me. The Blaze wishes his 50k could have made something like this. Opposing how this show usually shows sex, as it's usually under dubious consent, and the musical number / dance being a substitute for lesbian sex is not new, giving Major Buffy once more with feelings vibes.
I can feel you inside.
Also, I love that the dancing spawned discourse on which is the top and bottom. Well, I'm settling the argument here and now. Both are switches, deal with it. While that's going on, Angel and Husk talk at the bar, finally getting the reconciliation between the two that probably should have come before that scene in episode 4. I think I've said before that I'm not a major Angel and Husk shipper, but they do have a genuine connection, and they complement each other so well that if that's the ticket to getting more candid and emotionally exploring scenes like this one, I'm all for it. And now is when the episode falls apart. The ending that got leaked for me. Val lures Angel to a dingy motel and leaves him alone with Vox, and while Vox is assaulting and abusing Angel, he reveals that this whole time, possibly even since Poison, Vox has been having Angel hypnotized and delivering information back to the V's, and my god, do I have so many problems with this. First of all, tonally, this is a mistake that was made last season and not fixed this go around. Angel's episode last season is far darker and depraved in tone, showing the dirty underside of the film industry, and a clear and painful look at sexual abuse, using the rating as an adult cartoon seriously, while the rest of the show basically uses the adult label as a way to make penis jokes and reference that they can swear. Now, going serious explicit like this isn't inherently bad, but it's a major left turn when it only happens once a season. The disparity in tone is just too much. Secondly, hypnosis is a lazy, tropey cop-out that makes the show look worse in retrospect. Basically, the only media I know of to get hypnosis or mind control as a plot done well is Code Geass, and speaking more broadly on mind control, I remember Jessica Jones being quite good. But everything else, here, Supernatural, 99% of mind control and superhero media, there are plenty of ways to do it well, but most of the time, it's just a lazy cop-out when a writer tries to impersonate M. Night Shyamalan, and they need a quick, cheap, dirty twist. Thirdly, it makes Vox a shitter villain. The whole reason he is shown to be so dangerous is A, control of the media, and B, his public speaking. His ability to twist words. If that was or just could have been hypnosis, his takeover is as lazy and as weak as whoever came up with the goddamn idea. The man is a literal TV who travels through cameras. If he needed insider info, everyone has phones. Why isn't he just looking through their cameras or microphones if he wants insider info? And all these detriments culminate in a shitstorm of an ending for episode 6. With poor writing, more needless angel abuse because someone in the writer's room prioritizes their abuse fetish over actually writing a layered abuse story, and it infuriates me. In the end, Husk and Cherry know something's up, and even though Charlie calls Lucifer, somehow it's Vox on the other end, luring him to be captured as a power source for his superweapon. Hold on, where's Adam's body? Why isn't that his power source? If Lute isn't personally tied into the finale like she would be if the assault on Heaven involved her current arc of hallucinating Adam, why the fuck did she get a whole musical number if she has to sit in the villain equivalent of the cuck chair while Vox takes center stage? I think outside of the musical numbers, I'm beginning to get sick of this show. So there we had 1 3/4 of pretty good episodes and abysmality at the end. Is abysmality even a word? So I'm really hoping that the next 2 episodes are better, not falling into the trappings of episode 3 and 6. But the pacing of this season is all over the place. We need more of the main characters, more Lute to justify her initial focus. The rest of the Heaven characters need things to do, so I hope the rest of the season is good, but this show is not written for an 8-episode treatment. These seasons need to be longer or reworked because the character balance is way off right now. Thank you everybody for watching my review of these 2 episodes. It spiraled a bit at the end there. Please like the video if you liked it. Comment down below if you wish. Consider subscribing to the channel, and if you do, ring the notification bell so that you're told every single time that I make an upload. Once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next review. Bye!
Toast. A little piece of toast. Because there's so much to choose from. There's brown bread, white bread, all sorts of wholemeal bread. It comes in funny packages with writing on the side.